What's up, guys? Classy Metal here with another stack of 7 CDs. I believe this is 7 Deadly Spins number 5, if I'm correct on that. I apologize up front. I am extremely sleepy. I'm tired, but I wanted to hammer out this video. I hope that I can do these releases justice through this video because they are all stellar releases that deserve the proper amount of attention. So I hope that mentally I'm up to the challenge of presenting these in a fashion that will hopefully get you guys to check these out. I still have the giveaway going for a few more days. That will be linked up in the description, so definitely get in on that before it's too late. And I'm just going to jump right into this. First off, if you know me at all, you know that I'm a bit of a sucker for this kind of Russian atmospheric ambient black metal type stuff, and this first album is more of the same of that. This was released on January 1st. I ordered it several months ago, and with all the mail delays and that type stuff going on, it took forever. I think it took close to 3 months for me to get this in. What we have is Moongates Guardian with their newest release, Cold Waters of Anduin. Amazing kind of ambient atmospheric black metal. It has that very epic atmospheric sound going on. It's very Tolkien themed. Almost everything on this, everything that Moongates Guardian releases has a very Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, that type theme going on, Middle Earth theme, and this is more of the same of that. Fantastic stuff here. I believe this is 9 tracks. It is 9 tracks. It flows so smoothly. It even has sound clips of some dialogue in some of the Tolkien books going on in this. It's not taken from movies, from the Hobbit movies or Lord of the Rings movies. I think this is actually the band portraying these narratives in their own. It works super well on the album. The album flows so well. The prologue to this grabbed my attention from the absolute get-go. The very first track, it's kind of the kind of a female talking theme and stuff going on. Kind of gets you your interest peaked, and then the album hits you, and it flows so well. I absolutely love this. Track number 4, Ares. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Ares Sword was an amazing track. Probably one of my favorite tracks on this release. One thing that I actually really dug about this was track number 7, Lady in Black, is actually a Uriah Heep cover, and they've done the cover so well in their own style, to the fact that it fit flawlessly within the album. So it flowed. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you may have not even noticed that was a cover. They performed that so well. Definitely check this out. If you're into epic black metal, if you're into atmospheric black metal, do not let this one pass you by. As I said, this came out on January the 1st, so it was a stellar release to start 2020 off with. It just took me forever to actually secure my physical copy, just because the mail is moving so slow. Next up, this is an album. Usually when I hear so much hype for a release, it takes me a little bit longer to check it out. I like to, kind of find stuff on my own a lot of times, and when I see people building something up so much, a lot of times I don't enjoy it as much as other people do, so I'm a bit slow to check it out. This is one that even though it just came out, I think it came out last week, no, the 10th of July, it took me a little bit longer to get on board than I probably should have, and now I'm absolutely sold on this release. We have the the debut full length from Skeleton, which is self-titled. This was released on $20 spin. As I said, this came out July the 10th, and I'm completely and utterly sold on this release. It is amazing. The fact that this is a debut full length from this band, I know they've had maybe some demo material that has come out previously and prior to this. The maturity on this album is astonishing. The riffs on this album absolutely blow my mind. They're powerful. They're catchy. The originality on this release. If you try to pigeonhole this and put it in a certain subgenre of metal, you're going to have a tough time. There is black metal elements going on. There are hardcore elements going on. There's thrash going on. It's kind of like a blackened hardcore thrash kind of hybrid. It even has death metal sounds going on. I cannot do this justice simply in words. This is something that you're going to have to check out for yourself. All of these albums that I show are going to be listed in the description. This is one that I'm completely excited about. You will definitely 100% see this on my end of the year list towards the end of the year. It is one of the front runners for my favorite album of the year. I mean, there's no pretentiousness on this. It is completely original stuff. There's no pretentiousness. There's no gimmicks. There's no bullshit going on in this. It's just well performed. Hardcore Black Death thrash metal hybrid. I mean, it's Austin, Texas did amazing on this. This is one of those albums. It comes in right under 30 minutes long, and when it's over, I was actually sad that it was over. It felt like the album just passed me by so fast on that first full listen, and I had to immediately just hit play and play the album one more time. And I implore that you guys check that release out yourself, because you will not be disappointed. I guarantee it on that one. Next up, we have some, I guess, avant-garde black metal out of West Virginia. There's a lot of this. U.S. black metal at the moment is kind of hard to. There's so many regions of black metal that within the world, like you could say, like Finnish black metal, Russian black metal, as I was talking about earlier, and you have almost a distinctive, at least some distinctive traits that kind of take part and bleed over into each of those bands from those respective areas. Music, U.S. black metal is kind of hard to pigeonhole. There's so much stuff going on right now in U.S. black metal that when you say a USBM, there's a lot of people that turn their heads and don't want to hear it. But there's some really original stuff. There's some exciting stuff, and there's just some stuff that you have to check it out on your own, just because just saying U.S. black metal, you don't really know what you're in for. This is, as I said, avant-garde black metal. This band is called Rejoice, the Light Has Come, and this is just an Untitled EP, debut EP from this project. It's 3 tracks long. I say it's 3 tracks long, but the first track is just an instrumental and kind of intro track, so that one doesn't even count. Track 2, which has a super long title that I'm not going to read, is pretty good, but the one that really grabbed me by the balls and pulled me in and made me a firm believer in this project is track number 3. The name of the track is Vultures Swirling Overhead, an obsidian wreath cast above a sleeping mind that's the name of the track. It is pretty stellar stuff. I was very excited about this. This came out April 12th through Transcending Records. Transcending Records has a knack for grabbing bands in all sorts of different genres, and they have their pulse on bands that kind of fit things that I like within those genres. It's pretty amazing that they're able to do that, especially with some of these underground acts like this, that they're able to pull in and release projects under their banner. Just track 3. That would be the one that I would check out personally as a starter getting into this. It will be the Bandcamp for the actual project will be there. The Transcending Records link will also be there if you would like to purchase your own copy of this. I think it was like $5 through Transcending Records. Definitely can't go wrong with this. As I said, that track 3, it just has these like swirling atmospheres and avant-garde type stuff. The melodies really aren't there. It's just avant-garde black metal performed very, very well. Definitely check this one out. As I said, this is Rejoice, the Light Has Come with their Untitled EP. Next up, kind of changing gears as far as black metal goes, we have Inexorium with Moonlit Navigation. This was released June 26th, so I have a lot of stuff that I'm showing that has come out this year. A lot of it hasn't been out very long at all. This is the sophomore release from Inexorium. They are from Minneapolis, Minnesota. They are very melodic style black metal. I believe this is a 2-member project. This is some stuff that at first I wasn't sure how I was going to take this, and by the time track 2 hit, the title track, Moonlit Navigation, I found myself completely like immersed inside the music, and my head was going, and I was just like transformed somewhere else. And the fact that it was able to grab me and like tug at my heartstrings and emote those type of, invoke those type of emotions really speaks volumes to the quality of the music that these guys are producing on this. It's got a lot of synths. It's got a lot of atmospheres built up. It's just very emotional black metal. I know that that along with the very clean, crisp production on this may turn some people off, but don't let that be a detriment to you. Definitely at least give it a fair shot and check this out, because I was super impressed with this. This is one of the releases that it's kind of like a diamond in the rough that I just happened to stumble across this, and I'm so glad that I did. Really solid stuff here. I'm not sure what the label was that this was released on. I guess I kind of failed on that part, but definitely check out the title track if you're wanting to kind of give this a shot. If you heard their debut album, I think it was called Lure of the Lakes, then you're getting a little bit more of the same of that, just kind of emotion-driven black metal, and it's pretty solid stuff there. Next up, the band that I'm actually wearing the shirt for. This is another band that I just kind of stumbled on accident. Sometimes I just get on Bandcamp, just kind of just to see what's out there, kind of explore, spend some time just finding new stuff on my own. And this is one that I found that way, and I enjoyed it so much that I actually bought the shirt as well. We have Percussor with Desperate to Expire. This is their EP that was released May 1st. It was, I think, initially released on a 7-inch vinyl, which may still be available on their Bandcamp. I know the CD copy is. The CD copy comes with some bonus tracks that are not available on the 7-inch. I think it's got 2 original songs, this a re-envision songs, and a instrumental track on the actual CD. It's just 13 minutes of filthy, violent, raw death metal. It kind of very abrasive death metal. And I guess just judging from that artwork, you can kind of figure out that what you're getting into with this. It was $4. I mean, I listened to the music first. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to purchase this. Went to the purchase info, saw that it was $4, and then I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. So I went ahead and grabbed the shirt as well. The title track, Desperate to Expire, is just filthy, violent, raw, nasty death metal. Check it out. If you're into that type stuff, and I know a lot of you that follow this channel are, you will not be disappointed with that. Next up, this one was released on Profound Lore. It came out July 25th, so it's been out maybe a week, right at a week. This is Spirit Possession with their self-titled release. This is also a debut album. Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder has amazing taste in music. I actually enjoy his taste in music a little bit more than I enjoy Black Dahlia Murder. Not knocking on Black Dahlia Murder at all, because I do have a lot of that in my collection. It's just I always follow what he's purchasing and looking at on Bandcamp, because he is an avid lover of metal, as am I. And he is always buying some great stuff on there. This is one that he tipped me off on just by me following him, and I'm glad that he did. This is some more kind of, I don't want to call it black metal. It is very rooted in black metal. This is another band out of Portland, Oregon. It seems like every video I do of these, I am singing the praises of Portland, Oregon, because there is so much great metal coming from Portland these days. This is kind of thrash, old school sounding thrash metal that is rooted and nested in a black metal grave, I guess. I mean, black metal is definitely the key element that this was brought forth from, and then they just had this old school thrashy sound going on inside of that. Almost at times almost has like a black and roll sound going on, just because of the thrashy goodness that is going on within this. Has a definite 80s almost vibe going on. The song Deity Knives on this was absolutely amazing. The title track, it is a self-titled album, and the self-titled track on this has so many swirls and navigations and stuff going on through it. It is a very interesting track. It was one of the reasons that kind of triggered me to go on and pull the trigger and purchase this. Amazing stuff. This is another one that I could very, very easily see land on my end of the year list come December. Very solid stuff. Amazing stuff. So I have to give Trevor a thank you for purchasing this on Bandcamp. I'm sure he has no idea who I even am. I just a fan that follows, and am very thankful for his taste in music. Last but not least, we have another 20 Buck Spin release. 20 Buck Spin has been killing it for me personally this year. They were doing it the same way towards the end of last year. I'm finding so much material that they're releasing that I absolutely love. This is Void Ceremony with their newest release entitled Entropic Reflections Continuum Dimensional Unravel. Very, very huge mouthful of a name there. This is progressive death metal out of California. It features Ian Mann on bass from the band Condrith. I've been singing the praises of Condrith for months now, and now I got a bit of a man crush on Ian, apparently. This is kind of gritty, lo-fi, progressive death metal. Almost has some doomy vibes going on, just with some of those bass lines that Ian puts down on this as well. Track number 3, by far the best track on this album. It's entitled Empty Grand Majesty, Cyclical Descent of Casuality. It is a 9-minute opus that has so much stuff going on that you want to keep returning to it because you're going to find something new every time you listen to that particular track. The album as a whole is very good. That track is superior to anything else on the album. Very, very good stuff. I hope you guys do take the time to check this out. Once again, thank you, 20 Bucks Spin. You're killing it. You guys all deserve a raise over there. So there we go. As I said, I'm going to put links to every one of these in the description. I hope you take the time to check it out. Kind of rush through this. I don't like stretching this out too long. I'm finding that 15 to 18 minutes is probably the sweet spot for these videos. That way, it's just not over the top. That's all I've got for today. Metalhead box is on the way. I have the next 7 Deadly Spins. Those albums are already starting to stack up, the stuff that I want to highlight in that album. If you guys like some of this stuff, let me know what you think. If some of it's new to you, let me know what you think about the new stuff. That is the main reason that I'm doing this, is to expand other people's musical libraries and their taste, and I like the feedback. If there's something else you want to see on this series, feel free to let me know. I'm very open to criticism and that type of stuff as well. So definitely anything that will make this particular series better for you guys watching, just feel free to let me know. That's all I've got for today. Stay classy, stay metal, and I will see you all very soon. I promise.